sure. Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Mana Talk. My show is about saving the planet and all of its inhabitants. And if we have the right people running the show out there, then hopefully we can get things done. But that's fucking not happening. Anyway, I have the lovely and fantastic my wife, Stevie, who has Red Economics, a wonderful platform and a great YouTube show, and she's sitting right over there. Right over there.
Hello.
It's just my big Samoan shoulders takes up everything, and part of my belly as well. So we created kind of a dual studio in our office, studio office slash office. Anyway, so let's get kind of right to it. If you look at the title, right, and the title is, it's very simple, very simple. Dem to Green, which we talked about before, Dem Splinter or Dem Spoil. Stevie's got a plan for that. We saw Dark Water, which is a great show the other day, or yesterday was yesterday. Great, great show last night we watched. And then we have some questions and concerns about COVID-19 and how that's all working out, which is beginning to be very suspect. Um, where do you want to start off
Um,
at? Oh, got some reverb. Let me fix it. Go ahead. Try again. Talk, talk, talk.
okay.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
start
start
with
with
the
the
movie.
movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Dark Water. God, that was great. I think
I think
Garofalo
Garofalo.
was nominated for Best Actor. It's a great movie. You guys have got to watch that movie. So go ahead. What's your thoughts? Because this is your state. It happened in your state. This is all about you, and I'm here now. So go ahead.
I
I
thought
thought
it
it
was a
was a
fantastic
fantastic
movie.
movie.
Uh,
Uh,
who
who
was
was
the
the
guy
guy
that
that
played
played
the
the
main
main
guy
guy
in
in
the
the beginning?
beginning?
The main guy.
The
Farmer.
farmer.
I don't know his name as an actor, but he was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
really
really
got
got
like
like
that
that
holler
holler
accent
accent
down.
down.
But as
But
far
as
as the
far as the
movie
movie
goes,
goes,
like
like
it
it
was,
was,
it made
it
me
made me
sad. It
sad.
made
It
me
made me
angry.
angry.
But at
But
the
at the
end,
end,
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
I Yeah. Should we do an
Okay.
Okay.
alert? Keep it general because I
Okay.
Okay.
think people need to know what's going on. That it is it's something that happened that needed to happen. It still needs to happen.
I
I
think
think
the
the
biggest
biggest
thing
thing
that
that
was
was
like
like
really
really
stood
stood
out to
out
me
to me
about
about
it
it
was
was
when
when
he
he
first
first
goes to
goes to
Parkersburg.
Parkersburg,
It
it
looks
looks
like a
like a
very,
very,
picturesque
picturesque
town,
town,
and kids
kids
riding their
riding their
bikes,
bikes and
but
but
every
every
time that
time
he
that he
goes
goes
back,
back,
you
you
he
he
sees
sees
something
something
else.
else.
He
He
sees the
sees the
kids
kids
with
with
the
the
black
black
teeth
teeth
riding on
riding
their
on their
bikes. He
bikes. He
sees
sees
plants,
plants,
all
all
along
along
the
the,
you know
you know,
in the
in the
town and
town and
stuff.
stuff.
And
And
every
every
time
time
he
he
sees
sees
more and
more and
more,
more, and
it
it
is
is
weird
weird
because
because
I did
I
the
did the
same
same
thing
thing
too,
too,
living
living
here.
here.
Good.
Good.
There's an echo.
I don't
I
think
don't
this
think this
thing's
thing's
gonna
gonna
work.
work.
The
The
two.
two.
Oh, I got
Oh,
the
I get the
phone
phone.
microphone too close. Here, try this. Okay, try it
Okay, try
again.
it again.
Anyway,
Anyway, um,
just
just
growing
growing
up
up
here, you
here,
don't
you don't
notice
notice
stuff.
stuff.
Everything
Everything
does
does
seem
seem
normal
normal
until
until
something
something
happens to
happens to
where
where
you
you
realize
realize
things
things aren't normal. And then the more you look around, the more you see it's wrong. I grew up with DuPont on just right across the river from me, right across. There's another plant right behind our grocery store. All along the Canal River is lined with chemical plants. Why are all the chemical plants along the waters? And the more you look at it, the more you see that nothing is normal. Nothing about this is normal. Everybody's dropping dead from cancer, birth defects and deformities. My brother was born without eyelid muscles. uh, just cancer gets everybody here. Doesn't matter what you do, how you live, cancer's going to get you. and they keep doing it over and over again. That was one company with one chemical. Think about all the other companies out there with all the other chemicals. The MCHM spill, there was another one that they sent us checks for. A week later, they had another MCHM spill that they didn't even put on the news, and we didn't get a check for that one either. So, I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
It was. Oh my god. Well, let me just get here. I thought it was a brilliant, very well done movie. Um, I was very surprised with, of course, um, God, I can't remember the guy's freaking name. His actor, Shawshank Redemption. What the hell is his name? Tim Robbins. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. But anyway, he did an amazing job. And as you're watching all these people, you're kind of you understand what the position of the corporations are going to be. You kind of understand where that's going to go. That's a no brainer. But then as it evolves, you're surprised at the reactions of others and some, and you thought that one person would be one way and another person, excuse me, would be another way. And it's just amazing how they put it together and how it all kind of uh, how it resonates, the message that they're trying to get across, which is an epic message, which I think I'm going to try to find pretty soon. It's probably in here in YouTube somewhere. The main message that I thought it was, but the thing is as you're watching it, you're feeling for him, the character, the main character, the attorney, and you're also, of course, feeling for the people, the town, the environment, everything, and then you you come to realize that we're kind of in the same place. It's kind of like where we're at now. It's like, what can we do? I mean, we don't have an attorney to sue Bernie for fucking up. You know what I mean? I don't have an attorney to say, hey, Bernie, you took my close to $400 from 2016 to now, and you're not, you didn't do the job you said you were going to do. You fucking lied to everybody. And you took, now you're telling people, and this is the funny thing, is now he's telling people to keep donating to the Democratic Party. So that's a piece of the movie that I'm kind of connecting, but the movie itself, in regards to how it was laid out, how it was done, Anne Hathaway, Batgirl, she did a really good job in that movie. All the actors did a great job. I do recommend that anybody that's looking for kind of a Shawshank Redemption kind of movie, with I'm not going to give away the ending, but I liked it. I really and I think it, and there's a reason why Garofalo was nominated for Academy Award for best actor. It was freaking amazing. So I recommend everybody to see that movie. It really kind of dictates where we are, what's going on, how these corporations do what they do. I'm just very impressed with how that came together. Yes, definitely. It's two thumbs up for me, for sure.
But what I liked about it too was that they went through on, like, when they go to sue DuPont, they show you all the tactics that these big industries will use to shut these people up and to save money and to keep from doing what they need to do. Um, I mean, just tactic after tactic, and the character that Mark Ruffalo was playing was just he just kept, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to deal with this one now. I mean, just everything they threw at him, he handled it and did it. He didn't let anything stop him. And it's amazing. It was an amazing movie. We just ended up buying it because it was good.
Oh, wait. Uh, you bought it?
I thought you did.
No, I said if you want to
Oh,
get it, 'cause I know you want
I do want to get it. Oh, and in the beginning, where the guy at the law firm finds out that he's from West Virginia, and he goes, "Don't worry, I won't tell anybody you're a hick."
it. Like,
Ugh.
what?
But it is, but he did the same thing because he thinks that, in the beginning it shows like the rough, farmer comes in, he's like, "Well, I need you to look at this," and he's just like, "Ew, like why?" He's trying to be nice to him, but at the same time, he's like, he didn't take him seriously. He didn't listen until he said that his grandma had sent him, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, okay, you're on the up and up. All right, well, I'll go talk to my grandma then." But that's how, I mean, people hear the accent, they see how you look, and then they just don't listen anymore after that. They,
Yeah, I gotta say, I, there's no sound at all. Let me see. Let me check some. I just turned it back on. Yeah, we gotta fix that. There's no sound at all. Let me see.
Oh, I have mine muted.
Check some. Oh, you had yours muted. Yeah, they could care less if they hear me, which is pretty much the case. But I think the reverb comes from when I have my mic on as well.
Yeah, you have to mute it.
I have to mute when I talk, and then so it's kind of a back and forth. They could care less if they hear me. Okay. But I think the reverb. All right, so two thumbs up for Dark Water. That's for damn sure. That kind of tells you and dictates, where we're at right now. Anyway, I'm get off of that. I think we're okay with as far as our sound is concerned. Um, I'm going to jump over to our next topic. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. The next topic is, and we were talking about it the other day, Dem to Green, Green Splinter, Green Spoil, and Stevie has a plan, which I think is brilliant. And my plan, I'll just go over my plan one more time. Because when we were talking, I was like, what? I thought you were already for this. She is, but she has some more stuff that she wanted to add. And she's right. It's not just that. There's more we need to do. There's definitely more we need to do. So in a nutshell, if you're not happy with Bernie and the Democratic establishment, aka the Clinton Mafia, aka the corporate party, on both sides of the aisle, in my opinion, and you're tired of their bullshit, and you want to make a statement, the general election is a little more scrutinized, and I don't think those machines are rigged as bad as the primaries, which, of course, they were rigged. They said they were going to fuck everybody and rig and do everything, and Bernie never did anything about it because he had been part of it the whole time. Now, here's a little fun fact in regards to Bernie. He has hired and fired more people in his campaigns in the history of politicians. Yes. So this go round, nobody was fired. Nobody was reprimanded. He didn't have an issue with. It's like I'm watching Faisha Carr talk to him in this one fireside thing. And Bernie's looking at him like, oh my God, you suck. Why are you on my fucking team? Oh my God. I felt it. I sensed it. But he said, you know what? I just want to be a senator. I'm not really running for office. I just want to be in some committee like Rokana, or just like everybody else that's running, like AOC. I just want to be as part of the big establishment. It's all, in my opinion, from my perspective, starting from 2016, not being prepared, not going after Biden the way they should have. The list goes on and on. It was a big fucking hoax. A big fucking hoax. And with that being said and done, we're just sick and tired of it. We're fucking so tired of the Dems continuously promising Medicare for all or single payer or something similar, and they bring Romney care. Shit that nobody can fucking afford. I mean, have you tried? I mean, if you're not making even if you're making a good chunk of dough between you and the household, $80,000 to $100,000, your fucking co-payments and your premiums are pretty freaking high. It's like $17,000 average. God, it's insane. When Medicare for all, Medicaid, or single payer would probably only cost you about $1,700. Excuse me, or $2,700, or less than $3,000, which is doable. Which is a lot more doable if you're making $80,000 to $100,000. So, yeah, she said it's cheaper. She said it's cheaper because she's mic'd. But anyway, so my program and my mission here is to get everybody to send a statement, because if the Democrats actually believe they have a fucking chance with a rapist, pedophile, corporatist, Wall Street whore, Biden, whose fucking mind is completely obliterating in front of our eyes, then we need to retaliate and say, fuck you. We're not going to vote with you. We're not going to go for you. We're not going to vote for any of you. You all fucking suck. And I'm not just talking about the general. I'm talking about all of them across the fucking board. Send them the statement that says, you know what? You want to keep fucking playing these games and not giving us what you've been promising us for fucking decades. Then we're gonna make sure you win, that you lose gigantically. So there's not even a fucking hint of you even being a party. That you are so embarrassed that you fucked us so bad. Yeah, it's gonna suck. The Republicans are gonna hand over more corporate power, but isn't the fucking Democrats already doing it? If you saw the stimulus bill, if you saw what happened in that stimulus bill, that most of that money and all that, everything that was supposed to go to you because of this pandemic went fucking to the corporations, and they're still doing it. The Dems and the Republicans in Congress are out of session till May 4th. While there's a fucking COVID-19 supposed virus. They just said, you know what, stimulus packs, see you later, fuck you. Fuck you. And who knows if they're going to come back and do anything. And if they'll get anything. It's the Democratic Party needs to be slapped. And the only way that I can think of, besides what Stevie's going to bring up, is to tell them with a no vote, a no show, going green hard. voting for Dario Hunter, who is I'm endorsing absolutely. If you listen to the kid, he's calm, cool, collective, concise, knowledgeable, right? He's got a good plan that's like spot on with Bernie's, and then some. Everybody else, you know, Dennis Lambert's good. I love the stuff Chad talks about, but he's just a little too heavy sometimes. A little too heavy. He's a good friend of mine, but he's a little too heavy. You know, you got to have, I'm not saying professionalism, but you got to be able to you got to be able to tone it down when you need to. You got to be able to just say, you know what, I'll let you have that one. It's okay. I'll get you next time. But the point that I'm really trying to make in regards to what I'm pushing, Dem exit, to burn to green splinter meaning that we want to get, there's 16 candidates that are actually running for House of Representatives for the Green Party in all the fucking states and all the districts, which is insane to me. There should be at least 100. But most of them have been running and always ran for mayor, city planner, school administrator, just shit that isn't going to get laws passed federally and nationally. But for some fucking reason, they keep doing that. And guess what, Greens? That's where the Dems want you. That's where the Republicans want you, on the little state, city, and county level. And they fucking love it. So it's time that we start going across the board and getting, if we can put one splinter in the hands of these assholes, both the Republicans and the Dumbo cans, and I'm talking about a green splinter, to just wedge in there, just bug the fuck out of them. Just bug the fuck out of them. Just go, oh shit, there's another party in town. Make them look. Oh my God, what the fuck just happened? There's a green? Shit, there's a fucking green in here. What the fuck? Oh man. Yes, that's it. Some of them will understand the importance of it, but it's vitally important for us. Vitally important for us. So getting somebody, don't fucking do Senate. If you're going for Senate, you need $1 billion, at least $500 million. Don't fucking fool yourself. Don't fucking fool yourself. If you're going for governor, you're going to need about $500 million or $1 billion, or a fucking shit ton of money. But the House of Representative seats, right? And there's like, what is there, 256 of them or something like that? There's a lot. They're attainable. They're attainable, Green Party. All the effort of the Green Party, and I just heard Craig from Combo Couch said they tried to get Greens on, they tried to do this, but they're so fucking discombobulated. They have, I think his word was they're unorganized. They're unorganized because you got this faction going this way and which faction going that way and this. And I've been trying to tell them same message, same everything, everybody moving in the same fucking direction. But they're like this. They're like this. And I am trying, people, my hardest to save this fucking party. They have what's needed, the 4 pillars, the 10 key values, if they can keep their key values the same. But basically, they're what Bernie's bringing to the table, and then some, just to get a Green who actually cares about people, wants to be a public servant, doesn't give a fuck about, being greased or getting, hopefully won't ever, being greased or getting money under the table or golf course fucking spiffs that a lot of these legislators and judiciaries and executives do now. So the goal for this movement is to get as many Greens in, go green as hard as you can, get, not just spoil like Jill, they said Jill did, but she really didn't, back in 2016, but really spoil. Get Dario on the fucking podium. Get him out in front of the limelight. Get him out standing next to Trump, standing next to whoever fucking is going to be there for the Dumbo cants, which probably isn't going to be Biden, but if it is, this is going to be easy pickings for fucking this kid. It's going to be easy fucking pickings. He's going to shred these two fucking morons. Because most of the time, people are going to be, what the fuck are they talking about? And he'll just sit back and go, lame, stupid, idiotic, wrong, criminal, and then he'll come back and hit him hard. No, he's not going to pull a Bernie and be nice. He'll be professional, but he's going to hit him hard. Guaranteed he's going to fucking hit him with everything he's got. So, Green, vote Green across the board, get a House of Representatives in the U.S. Congress. Part of that is not voting. And the reason why I say that is because I want to see the Dems lose so fucking bad. Not just by like 20,000, like 130,000 votes. I want them to lose by 4 million fucking votes. 10 million fucking votes. I want them to go, what the fuck just happened? The statement we just made to you, Dems, is if you fucking do this all the time and don't do the shit we need, you're going to lose bad. And guess what happens in that instance? The Republicans, Republicans or whatever, look at that same message, that same process, and they go, they could do that to us. Our own party could do that to us. Okay. The only thing that would fuck this up is if they rig the general. Right? Which everybody's concerned about. But anyway, that's what I have. I hope it's good enough, but Stevie also has some more tactics as well. Do you have those ready or prepared?
Mostly, yeah. I mean,
Kind of, sort of.
yeah. So my idea was, and that's a great idea. I mean, you got to give people something to vote for. But I think it needs to be done in addition to other things, because what has made these people, these corrupt politicians, so effective at taking over the country? Because they keep us distracted. So they'll hit us, in our paychecks or healthcare or whatever it is, and we'll be spending all of our time trying to survive and doing this, doing that, tension over here, over there. That we just don't have we haven't had the time or the energy to really do anything about this stuff. So I say we do that to them, because this is a big boss battle. I mean, we're gonna have to vote Green, don't vote Dem at all. Let's see, we're gonna have to strike, boycott, protest. I mean, we're gonna give them a run for their money. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's protesters here. No, it's even worse. There's strikers over there. Ah. So we're going to divide up their attention. We're going to wear them out. And then they're going to be like, okay, so now we're going to have to start listening. We need to have clear demands too. Clear demands. We need teams in every single state. We need to be able to mobilize quickly, efficiently, and know exactly what we're doing, what we're doing and what we're not doing, which physical violence is a definite no. Any revolution that uses physical violence is not going to work. So,
Why? Why do you think physical violence isn't going to work, man? My name's Eben Kim, and I want to take a gun into Congress.
Words. We have to be better than them. We don't, I mean, that's it. We just have to be better than them. Stand up and be better than them. Quit looking for leaders. Quit looking for heroes. Quit looking for a fan club to join. And just do the damn thing ourselves. Because right now, a lot of people are unemployed. That's people that, have an extra 40 hours of free time or more each week. So let's put it to good use.
Oh, I fully agree. So, I am not asking Dario Hunter to be the leader of this project. I'm asking him to just do what he does best. And that's continue on as a Green candidate. I'm going to do whatever I can to get him the publicity he needs. And if anybody else out there wants to help him, please contact me. Contact Dario. Do what you can to be a part of his campaign. But basically, this is on us. It's on us. He's not going to be, you know, the spearhead on this. I think we need to be our own spearhead. I think that's what Stevie's saying. We need to be our own spearhead, each one of us, make our own decision that we're sick of the bullshit. We're tired of the corporations and this giant corporate takeover and this giant money grab that's happening before our eyes, and then they go to recess till May 4th. It's just, what the fuck does that? That's like, you guys got a virus and shit, money grab already done, we got our money. I'm going to be Nancy Pelosi and go eat some chocolate and some fucking ice cream. $13 a pint ice cream. I don't think I've ever, I don't even know what kind. It's Jenny's or something, or Jimmy's.
I wouldn't know.
I don't fucking even know. No, I just, look, if ice cream is a delight. And I'm just happy that it's still out there, because when I can get it, I'll get my hands on it, but I got to be careful. But in actuality, there are other things we need to do. We definitely need to still strike. I think non-essential, essential, everybody just needs to fucking just go crazy and strike. And this is where Bernie fucked up the biggest. Because he's the strike guy, right? Always coming and helping people strike. And then all of a sudden, he has the best and the greatest fucking leverage ever. And he fucking just bends over for Biden and the establishment. He could have easily said, right now, I want that sounded kind of British. Hey, right now, I want all you guys to get out there, and I want you to start striking like crazy. McDonald's, Wendy's, fucking grocery stores, especially Walmart. You know, everybody out there.
Go on Dracula.
I sound like Dracula too now. I want you to go out there and do it. But the point is he had his fucking, his greatest, and everybody was telling him. He was not stupid. Like this whole fucking campaign he just ran, they're not idiots. They're not idiots. And here's something I want you guys to be concerned about. I'm watching Nina Turner go on Nico House and not answer the question. I'm going to say it again. She goes on Nico House and she doesn't answer the question if she truly will. And the question wasn't when you ask a politician a question, and I fucking hate this about the press that asks Trump questions, because they're not fucking definitive. They're never definitive, like precise questions, targeting, yes or no. If Biden it lasts long enough to where he's in the general, Nina Turner, are you going to vote for Biden? AOC, Brianna, the press secretary for Bernie, are you going to vote for Biden if it comes down to Biden being the one? Even if he promises this and promises that and said he's going to do this and says he's going to do that, because he's a pathological liar. Very similar, or he confiscates, he pontificates. More, Trump is more like that. Trump is more of a pontificator, for sure. He's the master of it. And confiscating and pontificating and lying and hyperbolic bullshit just keeps coming from these two idiots. It is going to be the funniest fucking and most shameful debate in the history of our fucking planet. When these two morons get on the stage, you got one who's a bully, spoiled brat with a fourth grade, education level, and then you got another one who just can't remember what happened 2 seconds ago. It is going to be a fucking joke. And this is the people that you want in office? You want a spoiled brat and or some guy who fucking can't remember what happened 2 seconds ago? That's why I like Dario Hunter. We need to get him on the stage. We need to get HORs in there. We need to continue striking. If you guys don't get this, and I'm talking to workers everywhere, if you are making minimum wage, $8.75, $9 an hour, whatever state you're in. Like if you're making 12 right now, I think in California, right? But honestly, that's equivalent to about $8 or $9 an hour here in West Virginia. It's nothing. You can barely survive. You have to make at least $19 to $21 an hour in California because a bedroom by itself to rent is $700 to $800 a month. A one-bedroom apartment in California is anywhere from $1,200 to about $1,500 a month. And I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about gas, food, and necessities, the price of clothing, everything. Right? So it's all relative. It's all important. But we do need to send a message out to the establishment of the Democrats who just fucking hosed you big time. And it wasn't a mistake, and it wasn't because of the media, because they're all a part of it. They fucked you in the wrong way, in the wrong place, again. Again. So with that being known, did you want to add anything else to the process? Okay, go ahead.
Can you bring it up?
What? What do you want? What do you want me to bring up?
Okay, I'm trying to bring up the picture that I sent you of Governor Tomlin with the Alliance.
Oh, okay. So you're going back to Darkwater?
No. I just wanted to
Show the relationship? Yeah, I get it.
Just take a look at it.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Okay. So hang on. Okay. Thomas and Darkwater. Hold on, it's refreshing. I'm getting there. Oh, right there. Explain who he is and where he's from, please, so everybody knows what the deal is with that guy.
So Jimmy's going to show you a picture of our last governor. His name was Earl Ray Tomlin, and he was the governor during the MCHM spill. And here's a picture of him with his friends.
He's up. He's there. It's in YouTube. You won't see it.
I'm looking at YouTube. I'm not seeing it.
It'll be there in a second. Like, it's 5 to 6 second delay, easily. It's in there.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Like, you didn't believe me?
Well, it wasn't showing up. Okay. So yeah, if you can't read that, if it's too small, it says your friend, Governor Earl Ray Tomlin. Now that right there is the Chemical Alliance Zone. Bankers and board members and stuffy, uptight people that have way too much money get together and figure out how to make more money.
Turn your camera.
So, and that's every politician that we have in office right now. Every politician that we have, you may not know there's a picture like that, but those are their buddies. And that's how you end up with people dying from chemical, poisoning. And that's why you end up with oil rigs in your ocean out in California. Because they're all friends. One big club, and we ain't in it.
That's true. That is freaking true. Okay, so we're going to move on. Are we good with that?
Yep.
Because I'm good with that. All right. So, the next topic. Back to us. I should put your logo up there sometime, babe. Anyway, let me see. So the next one is, and we're talking about Coivid-19. And I put in parentheses a question mark. And the reason why I put a question mark is I'm starting to do a lot of, and I mean, a lot of us have time. A lot of us have time. There is a ton of information. One of them that got me the most was the testing process and who they're testing and what they're testing Let me just show you something from the CDC on what they use. And this is their practice, and this is how they do it. I'm going to show you the right here. Here it is. Okay, let me just get that up. I'm going to make us small again. Right? So, right there. So, I don't know if you can read that, but hopefully you can. CDC 2019 novel coronavirus real-time RT-PCR diagnostic panel. And page 34, 33 is right there. This is the PDF. It clearly shows and it states, right? I'll try to make it bigger so you can read it. The test cannot rule out diseases caused by other bacterial or viral pathogens. I'm going to read that again. The test cannot rule, this current test that they're using, the process that they're using, okay? And this is the CDC. This is their own information. Kind of like something that happened in a movie we saw. Ooh, sorry. But it clearly states in page 34, the test cannot rule or out diseases caused by other bacterial or viral pathogens, which clearly states that you could have, who knows, just some other flu or whatever, but there's another person you could have some other virus, something similar, but they would use this indicating that it is the coronavirus. In other words, say you pop positive for just some other flu symptom, but something happened to you, and it's just across the board they're using the COVID-19 test on everybody. If you have a congestion, fever, that could be from several different things, or several different types of COVID-19 or COVID or coronavirus. Other doctors are also indicating that they haven't completely, what is that? It's like the DNA of it. They haven't constructed the exact DNA of it completely, meaning they haven't locked it down to being that completely, and the test doesn't produce that information. So with that other picture that's on there that I'm showing you, meanwhile, in downtown Huntington Beach, where I'm from, this is happening. How are things in your hometown? And they have people. This is the corner of Main Street and PCH, Pacific Coast Highway in Huntington Beach. It's Surf City, USA, aka Surf City, USA, where they have the U.S. Open of surfing. Sometimes there's 300,000 people on the beach. I mean, that's when you don't want to have a COVID virus, right? And they're all protesting, and they're coming out there. Some are wearing masks, and they're saying COVID is a lie. COVID-19 is a lie. Now, I'm not saying that for sure. I'm not going to put my thumb on that and stamp it. But I am saying there's a ton of evidence there's supposedly 3 strands. This has been a giant money grab and takeover. Some people are saying it's there to try to make Trump look crappy as he's handling it so terribly, which he is handling. I think he's handling everything terribly, in my opinion. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the list goes on. And for me, the dots are connecting. The dots are connecting to the point to where, honestly, it looks like a big pandemic. But, again, I can't put my thumb on it. I'm still getting information. And then when you have Gates owning the laboratory where this came from, and then you have Fauci, who used to work there at the same location in Wuhan. Okay, Gates is the founder or the one of the major contributors to Wuhan, and all this is coming back to the fact that a lot of people are. It's like, what did 9/11 do? 9/11 opened up the floodgates for the military-industrial complex. This, in my opinion, has opened up the floodgates for a lot of people. Bailouts of banks. I mean, just the Federal Reserve has just, without blinking an eye, has given banks just endless amounts of money. And the stimulus bill is like a giant slush fund. They can do whatever they fucking want with it. And you got $1,200. Some of you $600. And it's just terrible. It's not. It's like if something happens with a company, you want them to go bankruptcy. That's the process. Robert, what's his name? Richard Wolff. What's his name?
Richard Wolff. Yeah.
Richard Wolff, great economist. He says you want the process of bankruptcy, because what that means is their practices have been incorrect. They've done the wrong things, right? And they need to restructure. So they need to rebuild, but it erases all their debt as well, right? But in this particular case, they're getting money and then some. Maybe they're losing a few bucks here and there, but they're still fine. And you got, especially when you have overseas ocean lining companies asking the United States for bailouts, holding out their hand, and I think we gave them money. I think we fucking actually gave them some fucking money. But when it comes to COVID-19 and when it comes to the coronavirus, or what's coming to, I mean, I'm watching so many videos on people going to hospitals and nothing's happening. I'm not sure if that's correct.
But see, isn't that the problem? I mean, we should have a government that we can trust, news people that we can trust, scientists that we can trust. But everybody's been bought off, and then there's people that are making claims about the hospitals
and stuff being empty, but
that's
that's a whole different thing about the visitors. Visitors aren't there anymore. Like the surgeries aren't being done anymore. So, but there are a lot of really weird things. Like the numbers of this, just I believe that it's real. It's happening. That there are people that are sick.
I'm just making sure it works. Just continue.
And but the way that they're using it to their advantage, and of course the news outlets are going to like say, light your hair on fire, clutch your pearls, we're all going to die, because they make money off sensationalism, and they also do what the government does, and then the government wants to use this as an excuse for the, like, just the crappy state of, you know the way people are being paid. They can't buy things. People aren't going on vacation. So, and it's just a great way to transfer some more wealth and power over to their owners. So, I think they're just taking full advantage of this.
It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm not going to sit here and show you the plethora of information that is coming from maybe Trump supporters, or maybe people that are independents, maybe even a few Democratic supporters that are actually asking the right questions or doing their own due diligence. Like I always say, just because CNN says it, just because MSNBC says it, just because Fox says it, just because the New York Post says it, who's owned by Bezos, the Washington Post, or the New York Times says it, doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. So you sadly and unfortunately, in this day and age, at least for the past few decades, we've had to do our own due diligence. We have had to chickadee check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. So we have to see what's going on and take in all this information. That's why I'm saying stop voting for the fucking Dems. They just think you're going to be there for them all the fucking time. They're going to keep feeding you everything they want to feed you with false hope, lies, bring out a fucking Pied Piper, a false prophet, and then do it again. And they're going to continue to do it so they can get your donations, which is fucking assholes asking for more money. For what? He's insignificant. Bernie Sanders right now is fucking insignificant. He has no value. For him to even have a Bernie Sanders YouTube where there's talking with fucking people is a waste of his time, especially my time, to watch it. Because he's not going to get shit from these people. And when I hear Nina Turner and Bernie and all these people say, but the struggle still goes on.
Yeah.
What? Fuck that. There's no fucking struggle. For you, you've already got your Senate seat. Right? You've already got what you need. Which is nothing. You're fine. The establishment's fine. The rich are fine. The 1% is great. The corporate elite, awesome. We're the ones who got fucked. Again. Bad. In a very wrong and bad way. So, with this and all this information that I'm getting, it's just fucking truly amazing that Bernie's still out there preaching something that's totally gonna do absolutely dick for everybody. Anybody, it's not gonna do anything. You know, and he just wants your money. He wants you to contribute and donate. And where does that money go to? If you send in money, where does that money go to? Biden. Biden. If he came to me and said, "Hey Jim, could you send me $1?" I would say, I'd fucking punch him. I think I would just fucking let loose and watch his fucking head get completely removed from his body like Kill Bill. I'm sorry. That's how pissed
Now,
off I am.
Jimmy, look, part of our rules is no violence. So,
yeah. Definitely no violence, no physical violence or anything about that. But keep your fucking 6 feet away from me, Bernie. I'm telling you right now. All right. So with that being known, do you have anything in regards to COVID that's kind of tripping you out about that?
Really, I mean.
okay. There it goes. Okay.
So
The thing about this that doesn't make sense to me is, okay, if you look at the numbers are saying flu. And I just don't understand. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same thing as a flu, but I don't, based on those numbers, and what's also suspicious is that the government all of a sudden cares, like, about our health, supposedly. Like, you really don't want to see me die? You really don't want to see me die? I don't think so. I think they would be more than happy to just let people just die in the streets, and they do. So what's so special about this? Why all of a sudden do they want to protect us and keep us in our homes?
Good point.
Hmm. I mean, have they ever done that before?
Oh, all the time.
I mean, but the thing is like, whether or not, you know, nothing makes sense, and it drives me crazy because there's no consistency in actions or plan or state by state. I mean, I was trying to just do this and do like a dry run on like a pandemic situation, because with climate change and things melting, out of the glaciers and stuff, bacteria and things that we haven't seen in what, millennia or whatever. uh, we're going to have to deal with this stuff. And especially when you've got uh, national security issues. This brings up excellent national security issues. If they're not taking it seriously, they want us to stay at home, but you got to go to work. And it's just all these very conflicting rules that don't make any sense. And then the numbers don't make sense. And then you find out about Bill Gates. And then there's a Facebook fact checker, and Ben Swan did a video on it. That a Facebook fact checker that was telling people that the virus didn't start at that market, turns out used to work at the lab. And she's the one fact checking. So my theory is it's real, it's a thing, but everybody's just using it to their advantage. But
Seems like it.
Oh, they'll
It's
take any
to give
excuse to give
billionaires more
billionaires more
money.
money.
Just seems like it. All right, so here's what I think. Here's what. Okay, so I actually have, I guess, a file or something in my YouTube, which you just saw, because I want to know what the fuck's happening. I when don't you? I mean, if you're taking all your information from CNN and that's it, that's just the way life is, then I'm sorry, you're just a fucking idiot. In this day and age, you have an option to not be an idiot, not be malleable, not be easily manipulated. You have an option. The other option is to check for yourself, do your own research, your own due diligence. And as I show you this, right, Ben Schwann's done a lot of stuff on this, and the list goes on, honestly. Let me see, I'll just show you here. There's the give me a second, right here. Okay, so you can just check for yourself. The list goes on and on. There's a bunch of different. There's a lot of information coming from a lot of people, conspiracy or not. What do they say about a conspiracy?
It's just a couple of people getting together and doing something nefarious.
Right? No, the thing about a conspiracy, it's not a conspiracy as soon as it's proven factual. Right? Conspiracy, this is starting to be proven pretty factual. I mean, I'm going through a list. I'm reading documents. I'm reading all kinds of things because I got fucking time. Thank you, Plandemic, Bill Gates, or whoever. So my list is very simple. And I'm going down my list here. Scamdemic, Plandemic, Dr. Scott Jensen. I want you guys to check that one out. He clearly states, let me see if I can give you the synopsis on it. And this is where I got that. They don't have it completely recognized as DNA, that it has its own signature is the word I wanted to say, right? Compared to other flus, it's too vague. It's too vague. Like I said, and it could be mistaken for who knows what. What if COVID-19 pandemic lasts 18 months? I don't even know why I still have that in there. Anonymous exposes Bill Gates to creative COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of people on that. There's a lot of people on that one. COVID-19 Part 1. I need you guys to watch this Fall Cabal. Look it up. FALLCABAL. This lady does a great presentation of it. And she questions, she's in Finland or something like that. Anyway, she does get some great information on. Huge story, embassy is silent. Fed admits the shutdown of U.S. economy. It's giant money grab. There's a martial law thing coming, which isn't happening, thank God, which I don't know why there would fucking need to be one. Event 201, coronavirus, who's the pandemic? Coincidence, angry Canadian. A lot of people with this. This lady does some really good information on Agenda 2030. Okay, Rosa Kaweri. Why incompetent people think they're amazing. I don't know where I got that. Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically, that's in regards to Donald Trump. Andrew Kaufman did some information on it. Also, Sasha, let me try to move this out of the way here. Sasha Zuboff on surveillance capitalism. And then, of course, this is the one right here. It's at the bottom. I'm just going to expand this.
The U.S. may have sent almost $4 million to the lab in Wuhan in order to have them research
Fauci
coronavirus in bats. That's right.
Has the NIAID, I forgot what that stands for, gave $3.7 million to Wuhan lab to study coronavirus in bats. He
you can tell
also was a
searching
part
about
of it.
this exactly how much was
This is a
given,
while
why
ago.
was it given in the first place?
What a
and
coincidence.
How often has the U.S. funded research
What a coincidence.
at this lab?
Well, I guess he's the
Because
top
remember,
advisor. I
Fauci
kind of
is
get
now
that
the
part.
man in charge of the
But
US
he was in
response
place
to
of
the
this.
coronavirus, which would be
And
very
if you
strange
watch
if he were
a lot of
responsible
this
in
and
part
just look it
for
up
the creation of
yourself,
this virus in
is when
the
you
first
start the algorithm, the way the algorithm
all
works.
of it today.
And I'm going to go pretty soon, by the way. You good? Because I'm hungry. The way the algorithm works, honestly, is once you start going through YouTube and you start going, just put in pandemic or put in COVID-19, it'll start to bring up more people that are in that realm. I've seen a lot of tweets, a lot of people talking about it. I mean, my God, if you think that 9/11 was not an inside job, then you're just nuts. You're nuts. You're not getting it. Because there's no fucking way Building 7 and Building 6 went down the way they did. There's just no way. And it's already been proven. Didn't you say the other day that
from about 1,000 miles away. Those bats were
one of the
collecting
buildings
in
didn't go
caves in
down?
another
Was it
province
you?
about 1,000 miles from Wuhan.
No, it wasn't you.
They were
Somebody was.
transferred
Oh,
back to
it was
Wuhan,
somebody said
and
it.
then they
There's.
were being
I mean, there's
researched.
tons of
There were
information.
researchers
There's just tons of
directly related
information
to studying
definitely on
coronavirus. That lab is only
on
20
9/11.
miles
Just
from
bullshit.
the market.
So, and that made a lot of money for the military. It's also complex, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et
The
cetera.
Wuhan Institute of Virology.
So, this is the biggest money grab. This is the biggest corporate takeover. This is a way to make Trump look like an idiot, whatever you want to say. But honestly, it's just getting, it's pointing at being more bullshit. And I'm not going to put my thumb on it and stamp it yet, but I will stamp 9/11. That's for fucking damn sure. I will stamp 9/11. That's for sure. Anyway, so I'm going to get going pretty soon. I'm freaking starving. I got this huge slab of pork that I want to make. And am I cooking? Do you want me to cook? You sure? Yeah? Okay. She wants me to cook. Okay. So here's a question for you. Who's the better cook?
Whistleblowers in China had first indicated that coronavirus that originated in a lab, not in a market. And that
I think I
experiments
just
were being done on
made
animals, specifically on
an
bats,
enemy.
that
Oh, I'm in
allowed
trouble.
this to get out into the
Okay.
public. That is already
But anyway,
out there. The media has
thank
tried
you
to
guys for coming
squash
on.
that as calling it a
Again,
conspiracy.
Green Splinter,
Here's
no
another
vote.
part.
Fuck them.
Not only
Fuck
was
the
3.7
Democrats.
million given specifically by the US government
Watch
to the National
Darkwater
Institutes of
for
Health
sure. That's a
for
great
studying
movie.
coronavirus in these bats. But beyond
The
that,
plan is
we also now know that NIH,
COVID-19.
the
Just
department
do what you
associated
can.
with the
Stay
National
healthy.
Institutes of Health, of
Just
which
be
Dr.
clean.
Anthony Fauci is in
You know,
control,
you might want to practice
already
all that you're
conducted
doing now
experiments
anyway.
with the Wuhan lab
I'm not
in the
saying be
past in
so
regards
crazy
to
with it as it's
coronavirus.
happening.
Dr. Anthony
But just,
Fauci's
you know, be
National
sanitary,
Institute of
good
Allergy
hygiene and
Infectious
stuff should
Diseases,
keep you from being
NIH,
sick.
actually funded a study
But be
on
careful,
bat
because I'm still
coronavirus,
not
which
putting
was
my
a
thumb on it.
project that included
It's
scientists
just,
at the Wuhan
the
Institute
dots
of
are
Virology.
connecting, the
The
lines
Chinese
that are
lab
connecting
is
to
center
the
of
dots are
controversy
getting
over their
bigger
bat
and
species.
fatter and stronger.
That study
And I'll have
confirmed
some more
in
information, and then,
2018 that
you know,
humans
like I
had
did with
died from
9/11,
coronavirus.
years later,
Here's an
I
excerpt
put my
from the
stamp
April
on
4th,
it.
2018
Anyway, thank you very
NIH
much. Anything you'd
website
like to
entry
say?
entitled, New coronavirus emerges from bats
Anything
in
you want to
China
say to the gang while
devastates
they're here?
young swine. A newly identified coronavirus that killed nearly
Hold on.
25,000 piglets in
My
2016
computer's running slow. Okay.
in China emerged
Yeah.
in horseshoe bats
Just
near the origin of
stay
the
safe.
severe acute
Try to do what you can, even if it's little.
SARS, which emerged in 2002
Everything
in the
helps.
same bat
No.
species. The new virus is named
There it
swine
is.
acute
Okay.
diarrhea
Aloha, guys.
syndrome
Thank you all for
Thank you all for